Hi guys, it's Barbara with Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new content. Guys, if you're looking for my information to book a personal reading, my tarot deck, Magical Fantasy Tarot, or any of my other channels, everything is in the description box below the video. Let's get into this for Cancer. Cancer. Someone's walking away from a third party. At a crossroads. This is somebody wishing to cut somebody out. Oh, okay. So Cancer, this is somebody that is, you could have children with this person. Could be baby mama, could be baby daddy. Take It Out resonates with you, but walking away from because of a third party, walking away because of a third party in a family situation, being at a crossroads, wishing to cut somebody out. It's like you don't know if you want to, you're wishing to, but you're kind of feeling maybe a little hesitancy. But there was an argument here and somebody was left out in the cold because of their deception. So you getting in a fight with somebody and you finding out that there's a third party situation going on and you don't really know what to do because of a family situation. Now there's two children here and a couple. So you may have two children with this person and you may be hesitating because of the children. You feel betrayed with that Ten of Swords. You're waiting to see things from a different perspective. You're really wanting some enlightenment. You're taking a pause. You're taking a step back. You're thinking about things. You're contemplating. You're trying to figure out the bigger picture here. That's until you figure it out. The person you're dealing with could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And there's a choice here. There was a choice between two. So, Cancer, I feel like you're praying because you got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is the divine, and you're doing some soul searching. This may be, there's back and forth. So you may be, it's almost like you're having a conversation with God, right? You're just praying. You're coming in pre-Empress energy, though, or you're single and abundant, very single and abundant. So you're overwhelmed here. With that Five of Cups energy, you're overwhelmed about the relationship and the partner. You're very unhappy. You're very unhappy with your partner right now because of what was hidden. This person was rushing in and out. It could have been at work. It could have been at work. It's almost like they're keeping things to themselves. This person was being very closed mouth. They weren't saying anything. They weren't talking to you. They were kind of being like with that High Priestess energy, just not speaking, keeping their business to themselves. I feel like this person was taking a leap towards a third party and it's been going on for a long time. I feel like you didn't know any of this. You're really in a mindset of not knowing. Yeah, because there was no equal give and take in this commitment, right? You felt like there was burdens and you had to stand your ground, but he was very guarded and defensive. So this person that you're wanting to First of all, there's been a disconnect for a long time. And Cancer, you've probably have seen the red flags, but you've kind of ignored them, thinking that it's either bad mood or whatever the case may be, or thinking that he's just got a lot on his plate at work. Well, he's got a lot on his plate, but it isn't work, right? Yeah, and this person, maybe you're giving him grace where he doesn't deserve it, right? Because if there's been a work affair going on for a long time, this person knew exactly what they were doing. What's Cancer going to do about this situation? Tell me about this. Cancer, you're coming in the center of this read, and this is illuminating you rushing to a new beginning. I feel like you're trying to find peace and balance here. There was no equal give and take because there was a third party in your commitment. Yeah, you're not even speaking to this person. If you were married, you're not even speaking to the husband. Not speaking. So there's no equal give and take in your marriage because there was a third party in there. There was 3 people in that relationship. So Cancer, I feel like you're moving on. This is something you've decided to just move on. You're rushing to move on. You're done, right? Because you realize that you weren't going to get anywhere with this person because of what they're doing. Yes, you may have been overwhelmed, and in divine timing, you were the Queen of Swords. So it's like over time, you became going from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords. You got a sword in your hand. You're able to defend yourself. You're able to cut people off. You're able to do what you need to do because you were betrayed, and you're going to get justice here. Now, I feel like this has gone on for way too long, like maybe 2 or 3 years that this has been happening. But I feel like you're finding it, you're getting the clarity you need with that sun. It's illuminating this to you, right? You're cutting people off with that. I say that Queen of Swords cutting people off. There's that 2 of Swords. It's done, right? Now, you were having sleepless nights over the burden? Almost like waiting for this person to come home. I feel like whoever you are with, it's like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be a husband energy. You were having sleepless nights, the burden of waiting. Maybe you were up nights waiting for him to come home. Like, I almost feel like you were left alone. It's like it got blatant at the end. This person was blatant about what they were doing at the end. That's why it was so in your face. If this person loved me, why would I even have to think twice about it? Why is this person so guarded and defensive? Just know this person, they're leaving you out in the cold because of the deception. I mean, the bottom line here is this person's up to no good and they're just doing what they want to do. Cancer, I feel like you have deciding to move on from this shows that, you know what, I'm not going to live in this. I'm not going to live in this nonsense. So choosing not to live in the nonsense, moving forward with your life. Give me all 12 signs around Cancer. starting with Aries. You're dealing with if you're dealing with an Aries, there's a third party manipulation. If you're a third party manipulating someone, if you're dealing with a Taurus, you've been unhappy for a long time. If you're dealing with a Gemini, there's a lot of passionate communication. Could be an argument. If you're dealing with another Cancer, someone feels like you're juggling whether or not, or somebody's out in the cold because they've juggled. You may be leaving, well, you are leaving someone. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're leaving someone because they juggled. If you're dealing with a Leo, the harsh truth is there was deception. They were lying. The harsh truth is maybe they lied or they deceived. If you're dealing with a Virgo, someone is really taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective. Virgo may be in there being strategic, looking at things from a different perspective, but being strategic when they do it. If you're dealing with a Libra, working on a victory. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, someone wants an opportunity with a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, someone wants to speak the truth and close the karmic cycle. So they want the truth. This could be somebody wanting the truth and closing a cycle. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, their wish fulfillment would be a family situation. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, there's a tower and a partnership. So something that wasn't built on a solid foundation is going to crumble. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, so they're trying to block the drama. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates with you, please leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay blessed.